Whoa.
That tiger's eye. What's the number on there? Because I want to read that before I do the Sacred Havamal. Let me read that. It should have a number on there.
39.
39. I like that number too. Look at that. Let me read that 39 real quick.
39.
Solar plexus chakra. Tiger eye has appeared for you to highlight your connection with the animal kingdom. It doesn't matter if they are wild animals or domestic pets. You are being reminded how important the animal kingdom is for you and your purpose. You have a unique ability to connect with all types of animals. You're able to help those animals and communicate with them telepathically. Wow. Okay. It's important that you take note of any specific animals that you are drawn to at this time. These animals may have a message for you, or there may be some spiritual significance in the animal's strength that you have to draw from. Are there any animals which keep appearing in your life? Is there an animal that makes you cringe or scares you? Is there an animal that makes you cringe or scares you?
Snakes. Snakes make me cringe. Oh, rats make me cringe.
Rats make you cringe.
Roaches make me cringe. Lizards make me cringe. Anything that's not supposed to be in your house makes me cringe. Yo.
What about a pig? You ever seen the little black pet pigs? Do you
No.
think you could? No, you never seen one.
I've never seen a pig.
You've never seen a pig in real life.
I'm lying. I've seen a pig in real life. I've never pet a pig.
You've never pet a pig. Do you want to? Because
Yeah.
I actually know where you can pet a really nice black pet pig
Okay. Where?
in Amherst, near Nanny. I met the people. Like, they're really cool. We met them. They have a lot of sunflowers.
Like you mean like a real pig?
Yeah, a real person.
Okay.
A person that has a pet pig.
Yeah,
I'm
I thought she
serious.
was calling somebody in our family a black pig.
No, it literally is a black pig. She's a black, she's big, she's thick. She has her own little house on the side of the house and everything. She's like, she lives in Amherst. People might know her, actually. Yeah, I forgot her name. But the parents have a lot of sunflowers, all different colors, too. So every year, they're known for that. Okay, so those things that you're scared of. Are you okay with being scared of them?
Yeah.
So you don't want to get over that fear?
No.
No?
I never thought of it as something to get over.
But it's a fear.
But yeah, it's a fear.
They're fears.
Yeah.
And you didn't think of getting over them?
No. They're just there. It's like,
I mean, if you
it
know
goes.
something is there.
This how it happens.
I mean,
it poses a deeper
no,
question.
No, I'm just wondering, if you know that the fear is there, how are you comfortable with it just being there?
Oh, I didn't say I was comfortable.
Right. So
But I
so
don't wanna get,
you don't want to be comfortable? Are you okay with being uncomfortable? Is
I'm
the
okay-
question.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
All right, cool. We're on Sacred Havamal, number 624, flipped open. We have an untested sword, a woman's bed talk, a wronged man, an ambitious man, a weak man, a coward, the advice of a fool, the word of a liar, the word of a foe are never safe. Let no man trust them. Ouch.
Oh, hold up.
Okay, let's start
Oh,
this
that was a
over.
list of things?
It appears. I mean, this was actually. I mean, come on. It's written in stanzas. That's why I was trying to give it some type of stanza line motion, but I'll try it again. An untested sword, a woman's bed talk, a wronged man, an ambitious man, a weak man, a coward, the advice of a fool, the word of a liar, the word of a foe are never safe. Let no man trust them.
These be plain and simple.
Each one of those were simple for you? An
Yeah.
untested sword?
An untested sword. Not safe.
A woman's bed talk?
Not safe. Not safe. Cut it out. That'll get somebody. A woman's bed talk will get somebody in trouble.
Cut it out. No, you. Cut it out.
That's gonna get somebody in trouble.
Cut it out.
Cut what out?
Cut it out. A woman's bed talk is going to get someone in trouble.
It's gonna get somebody in trouble.
Cut it out. A wronged man.
A wronged man.
A wronged man.
Oh, that's just as silly as some woman's bed talk.
Oh wow. Okay. An ambitious man.
Yeah, yeah. That one applies to me. Hmm.
Are never safe. Let no man trust them. This is the last line, so this is what I want to make sure.
Are
I
never
want to make
safe.
sure are never safe.
Let no man.
Let
trust
no
them.
man trust them.
I'd agree, but the
Word of a liar.
Mm-hmm.
What makes one a liar? How many lies do you have to tell to become a liar?
You have to continuously tell the untruth.
Continuously present untruths makes you a liar.
Mm-hmm.
Not even telling a lie, just presenting untruths.
Yeah, continuously.
Yes, continuously.
A lifestyle of
So you wouldn't be a liar unless it's a
of
lifestyle?
deception.
A lifestyle.
When you live a lifestyle of deception, you are a liar.
Okay. Living a lifestyle of deception makes you a liar. Okay. Not telling a lie.
No.
Okay.
That is called a lie.
Okay. The word of a foe.
Very unsafe.
Okay. That was pretty straightforward, pretty.
Very
And you
unsafe.
only saw yourself in one of those as the ambitious man.
But you can work on all of these things.
Each person can.
Maybe an ambitious man. Yeah. You can just not be so ambitious.
Bad talk of a woman can definitely be worked on,
Yeah,
right?
you can. You can stop talking in bed. You save that for
Turn on the
business
music.
meetings.
He said, turn on the music. I wanna put you to bed.
Because they said her bed talk, but her kitchen
Put you
table
to bed.
talk
Hey, watch it now.
is a little bit more lit too.
If you think table talk is different than bed talk,
It is.
yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, on the top of the bed. Let me take this card. I have a card in my book, and I think it'd be unfair because I'm like passing over the place where this card is. So let me move this card out. And let me give this shameless plug for this card in here because
Ooh.
for Cosmic Enterprise. I mean,
What's
if in,
that?
Cosmic Enterprise, this is such an awesome place in Brooklyn off of Rock Island and Rockaway. It's in Rockaway. I'm all the way down in Fort Lauderdale talking about
It's
Rock
in Brooklyn
Island.
off of Rock Island and 441.
Off of Rock
right
Island,
past the Walmart.
Tamarack, and I definitely was thinking Tamarack, but
Next
it is
to the
not in
CVS
Tamarack.
and the Taco
It
Bell.
is Rockaway and Fulton. This is where I got the best raspberry leaf tea.
Are they still open?
Yes, they are totally still open for those that are into Baba and wrapping their head.
Baba.
Yes, Abba Baba.
Boop, boop.
This is for those that are looking to clean their colon in order to have a good life.
Mhm.
This is the place where you want to go for books, spices, organic herbs, incense, hair food, oils, fresh fruits. It's called Kalun Mukoso. No, I'm sorry. That's the special
Yeah.
tea detox. It's called Cosmic Enterprise. I told you that already. But let me give you another shameless plug. I have the wonderful herbs from Cosmic Enterprise available for you at the Herbal Corner at phantomnoah.com. Shameless plug. So, special herbs from there. You can get your special order from me. All right, so let's go. Here we go. Because you definitely are not going to reach them on the phone. Here we go. Next one. Ooh. Are we ready? 389. The best teachers, trainers, and coaches smile and tell their pupils to make more mistakes, to risk and try and stretch and learn, and become more than they are today. Have you had some of the worst teachers then?
These are like etched in stone because I don't really know if that's.
No, it's not etched in stone. What do you have to say about it?
I don't think that's true.
Smile and tell their pupils to make more mistakes.
No.
Your best teachers didn't smile at you.
No. And tell me to make more mistakes?
Mhm.
No.
To risk and try
To risk and try, yeah.
and stretch and learn.
To stretch
That
and
all
learn,
sound good, but that whole part up there, the smile and tell their pupils to make more mistakes.
Yeah, because that's not how I was raised.
Teach, not how you were raised, right?
That's how I was taught.
Trainers
Raised,
and coaches.
Coached.
Yeah.
It wasn't to make more mistakes.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. I mean, no, definitely not. I mean, I wouldn't agree. I don't agree
okay.
with making more mistakes. I don't believe in mistakes. I mean, I definitely don't believe in mistakes. I don't believe in trying.
Right.
So risking, I believe that those have to be calculated, and that's based
We
upon
grew up on
knowledge.
the
So,
motto, like our mom raised us. This was
yeah.
before Talladega Nights. She had already told us if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she had 3 kids, so imagine how you.
I mean, find your way to be first. Find your way to
If
be
you're not,
first.
luckily,
Seriously.
I've been first all my life.
You were born first. You know, that's what happens.
So I ain't have
right.
to deal with that. But if
Right.
she told us if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah.
So everybody else after me has been last. Nah, I'm joking. Nah, that's OD. Nah, but
Mental.
But I don't know. I don't think that you should I don't think the greatest coaches and things like that say that.
The best.
I don't think the best. I think the best know exactly how to teach and coach you. Some people don't learn best by just making mistakes or what we would see as failing or things like that.
What
So
is a mistake? Like,
that's what I said.
What
or
would
failing.
you find as because failing is not a mistake. Failing is based upon you not reaching a certain level of.
But it could be a big mistake to
expertise.
fail.
It can be a big mistake to fail.
Yeah.
But I mean, so what is a mistake? Something that you didn't mean to happen or you didn't know was going to happen? What is a mistake?
A mistake, like a mistake.
A
It's like
mistake.
it's like I thought or I was taking action based on the knowledge that I had, based on what I knew to be true, based on what was presented to me, or based on what I just knew to do with the information that I had, whatever. But when the situation comes to a resolution, like you look at it and the outcome is not necessarily what you want it to be, and it's like, oh shoot, that was a mistake. I mistook that for like something else. Like I mistook this whole situation for something else. I mistook this whole circumstance for something else. And that's a mistake.
What is a mistake would be like misjudge. It's the same thing as a misjudgment. Then.
No, because a mistake means that you took action. A misjudgment means that's still a thought process. Like,
but I mean that would
judgment
your thought
judgment
that you don't
doesn't
have to.
make
Okay, so
action.
mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, so a mistake is going further than a misjudgment.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you took action that wasn't what.
Now you like through your misjudgment, you made a mistake.
Well, definitely, but mistake definitely. It's a progression.
It's a progression.
Okay, it's a progression
But
of a misjudgment.
it's because you had to take it though. Like you missed. The
You
take.
took it. You
like
took
you
it.
missed the take.
You missed what you could
And
have
the
had.
Because take one, if you get on take one,
the point to take is to have.
Yeah. It's
So
to have it.
so that means you.
And when you have it, you got it. Like
So
if
something
somebody say,
slipped
I'm
out
trying
your
to teach
good
you
thing.
something, you like, I got it.
You mistook it.
But if you mistook it, it's
you
like
didn't take it.
it's like
Oops,
you see the
oops,
basketball
missed it.
coming, but it's like,
Oops, missed it.
oh,
Oops, mistook it.
it hit my chest, not my
Oh,
head.
oh man, that's mistakes.
It
Ooh,
like,
that's
you
probably
know.
why I don't believe in mistakes. That has to be hard. Ooh, mistake. That has to be tough. That's like a space of emptiness.
What?
A mistake.
Is it a space of emptiness? No.
Because there's nothing you can do about it. You just mistook that. It's like you can't grasp it. It's gone. Whoops, gone. Can't get it back.
But that's where the progression of judgment.
That's why you got to
know,
judge really well.
because
Calculate.
you're still not left. Like you're left with nothing as far as an action is concerned.
Yeah.
But you're constantly having to think and process what's going on, whether you think about it or not. Because in the moment of a mistake, something immediately happens within us. Like we know a mistake was like we know something had not come all the way into fruition like we wanted it to.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I'm wondering, the difference between one person's mistake and another. Like, is there something that can seem like a mistake to someone else, but how it plays to someone else?
I think we just don't like the connotation of mistakes, but we make mistakes.
No, I know. No, that's what I'm thinking.
And there are
definitely.
universal mistakes.
I mean, just definitely. If I think
like
if
you come into the room, if you walk into a room and we're talking about family, and you crack a joke on my mom, like a lighthearted joke, like something, and then someone is like, "Hey, I don't have my mom." It's like, oh shoot, I'm mistaken. That was a mistake. Like I didn't know. Like I just judged this open
Oh
forum.
shoot,
Like,
I'm supposed to care.
who?
No, I'm just
No.
no, I'm just
It's
saying.
universal
I'm
though.
just saying
That
no,
if
most
you did
people
that,
care.
yeah, if you
Oh no,
did
I
that,
know I would care.
no, not about care, but if you did that, it would be a mistake to me. And if I did that, it would be a mistake to you as well. Like it's universal.
But that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter if the person cares about the mistake or not. That's a whole different conversation.
No, but it wouldn't be a mistake. Like it wouldn't be considered a mistake if a person does not, because it wouldn't be a misjudgment. There wouldn't be a continuation that they
once the person brings it up
once
to you,
they realize they
like,
misjudged something.
Yeah, nothing is a mistake until the actual resolution of what happened.
No, you know what I'm thinking about? Because once I hear mistake, the first thing I always think about when I hear mistake is the mirage. I see this mirage, and I just keep thinking, man, I keep mistaking that for water, and it's very hard for me to get past that. And it's like, man, I think
that's a very easy one too.
That's like for me, I always like, oh
that's
shoot,
what a
man.
mistake is too.
No, I know because but the thing was, at one time I wanted to run to it and put my feet in it, like, when I was
People
younger.
do that. Yeah.
Run to it, and that's what
People
I'm thinking.
do that.
Yeah.
That's why it's called the mirage.
Yeah,
like that's
I can
what
imagine
happens.
like run into it.
Imagine a person stuck in the desert. They also run to that too.
Yeah. Would that be a mistake? So a mistake is not a mirage.
No, a mirage is a mirage.
Run into a mirage would be a mistake, or that's just exactly what a mirage make you do. It worked its purpose.
No, you mistook it. You mistook it for water.
What is that though? That's
a mistake.
That's not a mistake.
You mistake the mirage for water.
Nah, you went after the water. That's the mirage. That's not a mistake. You did it.
But that's the mistake, is that all of your knowledge and all of the thing. That's why it's like, that's why people have the whole other thing about like, no, we welcome mistakes because
nah.
That's literally what that.
I don't agree
not
with
literally,
that.
but that's basically.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
We
Once again, when I say people, when you're reading a book that thousands or millions have read,
Sacred Havamal.
I can say that we.
I think
because
it's people have read that. I don't agree with you can make all the mistakes with a smile. See, I think it's
mistakes with a smile.
No. I don't think people should be telling you it's great to make those mistakes and smile when they tell you to do that. I don't like that. I don't like you just smiling and saying mess up.
Because you don't know how a person processes that, but whatever.
I don't like
what is a smile as I'm mistaking something? Like,
I don't like that. I don't like that.
It's kind of condescending if you ask me.
I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it really discounts real human. Like, come on, first of all, it's not supposed to make me feel good, even as a teacher, that that you're mistaking something, mistaking.
Right. Because in some way, that means you didn't explain.
I'm right here. Right. Like, why are you missing it? I'm right here to hand it to you as a teacher and as a trainer, as a coach. I don't see, that's my thing. I don't see how you can mistake something because I'm here to hand it to you. Now, as a teacher and a coach, I can see if you're mistaking something outside, but to say a best teacher and a best coach, bringing it back around, on your own having a mistake is different. But as far as a teacher and a coach, I don't even see how mistake comes into that. And I also don't even see trying. I see the process of learning and developing a skill. But to me, that's not trying. It's a process of developing.
It's developing a skill.
Yeah, it's developing a skill. You're not trying, you're developing a skill.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I don't the word try, that took me like, but I didn't write it. But I understand.
I know.
But it's sacred still, nonetheless, whatever.
Yeah, it's sacred.
But I definitely don't do the mistake thing. But once again, it's one of those things where I say it definitely was translated because Sacred Havamal definitely they didn't write this in English, and so this translation was definitely.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
We'll take it for what it is.
Mistaken. Nah, we don't buy that. Actually, I think that's a part of that's giving an award for participation.
Yeah.
We don't do participation awards.
But I will understand why books and translations would also have that type of standpoint too. We're not as harsh as we used to be.
Well, let's see if we can get something a little bit because I think we haven't agreed with some point of each one of those today. It wasn't so they're a little too soft. They're a little too soft.
Not on. What y'all
they
mean people
soft.
can
They
make
not.
mistakes?
No, okay. Let's see what we are.
Room for mistakes in my life.
All right, let's see. This is 721. Did we do this one already?
What's that?
No nation exists for long that let its woman rule. A woman may command. did we? I guess we didn't do this one.
Yeah.
All right,
This
let's
is a
go.
good
Let's go.
one. This is
Let's
good.
go. Okay, come
I
on.
have so many things.
No nation exists for long that let its women rule.
Hmm.
A woman may command, but must not govern. They will let in the men of all other nations, and your people will cease to exist.
So now we definitely know a man wrote this book.
All right, so let me read that one more time from the man point of view, because
Who?
I was reading it from a woman's point of view just now.
What do you mean?
I was a woman reading it, so let me read if I was a man listening to a man.
Let's go.
All right. No nation exists for long that lets its women rule.
This is your man voice. Oh, come on, fellas. We got to get a different understanding right now.
A woman may command, but must not govern.
Mm-hmm.
A woman may command, but must not govern.
She ain't giving no. All right. Anyways, you reading it from a male's point of view.
They were letting them into all other nations,
Mm-hmm.
and your people have ceased to exist.
I don't even know how you. Yeah. Man, let's. All right, whatever. I'm about to go off, man. That is like not it. I don't agree. Um, yo, what is up with this book? I might not be. I might not be centered right now. I might not be aligned or whatever. Cause I ain't really aligning with this book today. But I don't agree. I don't agree. I mean, the entire statement gave women permission to speak or not speak.
To speak or not speak.
No, to speak.
To
They
speak.
said they may.
May. Command,
They may command.
but not govern. You could say it, but you can't expect me to follow through with what you say. That's what that is.
Wow, that's essentially how the
You can
relationships are between
Yeah,
men and women.
yeah, you can say it, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna mean anything. Govern, gonna mean anything. Govern ain't gonna change me. Ain't gonna verb me. Ain't gonna make me do nothing. But you can command. You may. Not even saying you shall, you can. You may. As if, the may is a permission word. May I command? But then it says, and your people will cease to see. I actually like the words of your. I like the words like, no nation exists for long that lets its. I like its. It's women. So there's definitely ownership of women.
Meaning that the land is already a man's land.
Okay, so that was already some owned there. We saw that ownership and say a woman may command but must not govern. So that means government is governing is meant for man.
What are you? Let's get to it. What are you trying to like? We got it. What are you trying to get to? Let's speak your piece on it.
Oh, I haven't spoke my piece on anything on
Just
Sacred Havamal, but
speak your piece on it.
I think that this really
We got
makes
it.
sense. This really makes sense for division and control of a womb. This definitely makes sense for control of people.
Uh-huh.
And in order to control a nation, you have to control men. And in order to control the men, you have to make sure they don't listen to their women. So
Right.
this is very sacred that allows men to maintain control and women to maintain order. Do I agree with it for myself?
This is
I don't accept anyone telling me what I may or may not do. We on 721. No nation exists for long that let its woman rule. A woman may command but must not govern. They will let in the men of all other nations, and your people will cease to exist. I don't believe in nationality. I don't believe in nations. I believe it's an idea. I believe it's the ideal of men. And I believe that eventually,
You think it's an idea still? Like
Well,
it's something like
no,
definitely
it's a-
happening.
no. An ideal that has been made concrete. Yes, it's still an ideal that has come to life and is formed a whole existence, definitely. But it still has a basis in an ideal. It doesn't have any basis in the birth from a seed. It's not it has no concrete outside of the ideal.
Does it require belief anymore? Like it's here. Like it's like
No, it doesn't. It requires as much belief as the dollar. Where not having the awareness of the
You
fact
think
that
so?
it's an ideal, yeah. Not having an awareness of the fact that it's an ideal causes people to believe as if they're moving outside of a paradigm in it. And it just gives them a false ideal of what they're actually doing.
I think in that context, yes.
Yeah, that's
But I think the idea of nation and the idea, I think the way that we practice it today is something that you may not believe in, but essentially government is, that's what humans do. It's in the wrong hands, and
governing is different than nationality for me. That's different.
Or even how we get down to nationality, or what our basis for nationality is today,
Right.
or what we see it as today. But now if you take it and put it in a different context of a nation would be a nation would be the woman who gave birth to this bloodline.
Okay, that matriarch. Now, we can use that word as matriarch. When we talk in nation, this specifically talking about a certain geographical area that has had a certain title of the people specifically governed, and it being based upon a certain line that has been drawn there. The fact that those lines were not natural lines drawn through tribes or natural living, and those were done through colonialization, that's the reason why I don't, what nationalism is in that term. When I speak of culture, if you talk of culture and how people naturally move and naturally migrate and how they naturally govern themselves and how that government moves up in hierarchy, that's totally different than having nationality, which is literally based upon nation state, and that being based upon something that has been inorganic. Organic governing makes sense. Organic matriarchy, things come in based upon the line, the growth of mother, father, farm, community, any extension of human, extension of community, even to having a president, a queen, and any other monarchy or leadership, that would make sense. But the inorganic nation has nothing to do with with culture or the inorganic or organic setup of a structure of governing. That's not nation. Nation to me, where it's drawn to say this is Canada and that is that nation, that is Canada there, and this is the United States here, and that is Mexico. Those type of lines.
Even animals do that.
No, animals do that, but there's a certain way that things are done, and the way that those things were done are the reasons why we're fighting right now. It's because the way that they were done with weaponry and the amount of bloodshed. It was done through literally murdering and ostracizing and killing. It was due to genocides. And so as we learned that animals don't just do it based on we want to own this here and we want to have this so we can build. There's different reasons why they may do things, but they don't just inherently move and cause the slaughter that we have done as humans to the planet. So we know that something we're doing is not right. We know that it's not something based on, let's say, every day. We don't just hate each other every day in all of our dealings. There's something at the core of it, and there's something when you're born into something that says you're separate or you're different.
Yeah.
We're in a different place now than it was, like, say, 20 or 40 years ago, where because you were in this nation, that meant that you had to hate or go to war with another nation.
Yeah.
These are things that we're coming out of now, and so it's making a big difference. But what nationality meant is what's actually, this is what's led us to what's going on right now at the what happened in the Capitol.
Yeah.
These are what they're calling nationalists, but we all have a different way of, not we all, but we are learning a different way of dealing with nationalism. And that's what's really important, that we know that what has been drawn as a border is not necessarily a border.
Yeah.
But for the sake of like the Mexican border, it doesn't, it's not really balanced in a certain way.
What about that is so different than what animals do about, like, you cannot cross into this is literally our territory. You can't cross this territory.
Because animals have not placed up inorganic territory lines that are based upon if a person has a certain amount of money and comes through a certain route.
Yeah, that's not their way of doing it.
Right, and so the murder, but in the animal kingdom, you don't have other animals that just go and just take others' babies. You don't.
They definitely do.
They kill them and just murder them. Okay,
I guess. Murder them.
Okay, but that's not just normal.
No, it is normal. It's totally normal.
All right, okay. So we were supposed to be not like those animals where we just take people babies and kill them.
And I think it's like it is Yeah, it's like a little weird to speak of it as a human because we've been
Supposed to be
taught
different.
to be a little better or a little different.
What are you standing your back up for? Like you're like we're
because
supposed
it's
to be
like more
upright.
astute. Than
We're supposed
like,
to be upright animals.
we're bigger. We're better. You tell PETA that we're better than those animals.
Yeah.
Now that's
But-
how we're. That's kind of the general mindset of humans. Is
It
that
true.
we're better than
Okay,
animals.
okay, let me ask you a serious question. So if we're better than animals, serious question. If can you imagine so an animal if they was walking and they're hungry, so you'd expect that an animal if it saw another animal it just take it and just eat it no matter what because it's just hungry it just eat that other animal.
Literally.
Okay, so you would expect with the human that if they were hungry and they passed by and they see another human they would just if they saw another animal they would just take it and just eat it.
and they do.
Okay, all right. So now there should be no reason for us to have a problem in any way with another person just once they see somebody, if they decide like, I want you out of here based on what we can think an animal has thought, because we can't have the conversation with an animal for the animal to tell you what the reasons are and how they don't do, how they're not actually reasoning how you've reasoned it. But we've reasoned some kind of way to say that, okay, because it appears like an animal just did it because of no reason. Now this, not for no reason, but they just do it. They just kill. Then humans, we just kill or we just eat and we just consume.
But that is also, I believe, a weird mindset of humans to believe too, is that animals do not reason.
Right.
I believe that animals reason just as, because we can't, in one breath, we can't say that we're animalistic too, and then in the next breath say that animals are completely disconnected in certain trains of thoughts. I do believe that animals reason, because there is a difference in what I watch. There's a big difference between two lions fighting over territory, than two lions fighting in the family together, than when a lion is fighting a hyena, than when a lion is fighting a buffalo or a gazelle. Those are different things, and I would think, and I like for them, because just like they would assume I believe that animals assume things of other animals and other species and things like that. They would assume that, all right, this is my like kind. I don't do a certain thing. Like, it's not in my appetite to eat my mom or to eat my brother. Well, I will kill them for sure.
But
I will hurt them for disrespect for sure. But will I eat them is a whole.
They have choices in what they eat.
And to a certain degree, and some research or some things you'll find that a lion probably will eat a lion.
Right.
But you will find that a human will eat a human as well. There are cannibals.
Okay. So I mean, and then it makes
humans.
sense. So. And I can relegate it to that. So if we relegate it to that, if we can think that an animal could think like that, and so now we're on that same level, even in we're not understanding what they're thinking. For me, then it's a balance, because now I do look at animals and say, well, what we don't know what they think, but I can imagine, okay, well, the animal's looking back at us. All the other animals are a certain way except for us as humans. All the other animals are able. No. For all the other animals, there is not any other group of any other animals that creates any funneling system for their urine and their feces over each other's heads. At any time, there is no other species that channels their urine or feces or the waste that comes out of them over their other ones.
Yes, but that is, again, the animalistic side of human, because of however we communicate to each other, that we can look at something and call it that. However, we don't actually know their filtration process, and for every
to know their
single,
waste.
To know their waste, we don't like, and
No,
not
no,
well. Of course, they don't have toilets, and they're not running pipes
No,
and things
right,
like
that's
that
what I'm
over
saying.
apartment
But
buildings.
that's what I'm saying.
But they have their ways of being disgusting and nasty and things
but
like that.
that's what I'm saying. But we as humans, but clothing. Let's say for that, something as simple as dealing with your temperature, and being able to live and acclimate. We are the only. I mean, supposedly can deal with thoughts, but we're the only ones that just cannot exist.
But we also
in our bodies.
But we're also not.
What are the animals?
There are plenty of animals that cannot just exist with their body alone. Every shell animal cannot exist with their body alone.
Well, they have their shell.
That is not their shell. That shell belongs to the earth, and it was there before they crawled into it.
Well, no. Okay, I thought you were about a turtle.
No, a shell. No, a turtle is different. I'm not
No,
talking about a turtle.
shell. I'm talking about a snail.
I'm talking about a snail. You talking
No,
about
a snail, they grow their own shell. They don't pick up a snail. The
no,
snails
not
don't
all,
pick up
not
it. They
all,
grow their crustaceans.
not all snails grow their own shells. That's not true.
Okay, but I know every snail I knew grew a snail.
Not all sea animals are able to just survive in their own body. They have to adapt or have some sort of covering. Not every animal is allowed. Like
I have to check it out. What animal have to put on a coat in the winter?
That is our way of doing it.
Yeah, so I'm trying to
say everyone like every animal would not need a coat.
I need to see something that it does.
But if you go grab a shell, that is an equivalent to a coat for them. That's what they find.
That's protection. That's like a shield. That's different than a coat.
That is your shield to the elements as well. They are shielded from the elements. You're shielding from the elements.
Okay, but I'm not living. Okay, I'm living in.
You are living.
Okay, this is not.
And the shell that you put on every morning, because you're butt naked all day, every day. The shell that you put on
is my clothes.
Those are your clothes. That protects you from the sun. That protects you from the wind. That protects you from other people's judgment.
Okay, but that's only shell, and that's a
is.
very teeny tiny one that puts on shells.
Who?
The animals that put on shells. What other animal put on clothes?
Put on clothes?
Well, dress themselves to protect themselves from the elements.
Shoot, pigs do.
What they do?
They roll around in mud to make sure they be cool and warm. That's their way.
No, we roll around in mud too. That's different.
We don't do that to stay cool or warm.
Yeah,
that's not our
do
thing.
to be cool.
No. To be cool.
Yeah,
to be cool or fire.
To be cool.
You gonna do that? Mud run.
You gonna do that mud run to be cool. You gonna try to be cool. Don't play. Cause you ain't doing it just to be what.
This is a good conversation. I'm glad we can break this down because I really don't feel like we're that far away that we think we are.
I think we are really worse than animals, and I think we are very far away from animals, and I think we're disgusting, and I think we do it worse than animals, and I think the pride that we do it with is disgusting. I don't think other animals do it that way.
I think they
and
do it.
This is why we heard it.
I think they do what they do with their pride.
Yeah, they do it, but they don't do it like us.
I don't think
they do not just
like,
attack
I
us
wish
like
I was
this.
as prideful as
They don't want to be like humans. No, they don't.
And I don't think a lizard is looking at a shark like I want to just be just like
no,
that.
Lizards are doing lizard things, sharks doing shark things.
And humans need to do human things, which is what we do.
No, we don't.
Mind every other thing's
We're not doing
business.
human things.
Like,
we are doing
what humans do. That's what humans do.
Mind everybody else's business?
Everybody else's business.
No.
Everything's business. We can't even stop at
not
Earth.
Like
we have minded the
something.
universe's business.
No, not like
we
a
do
fly.
not mind
not like a fly.
Oh, we are worse than a fly. Imagine a fly trying to kill us.
Not me. He's worse than the fly. You worse than the fly. I'm not worse
I
than
wish
the
a
doggone fly.
A
but
fly
then
is not messier than
then again, I remember what was in your glass on the first episode, so I already know you and flies got a competition. So shoot, I'm not finna play with you. Okay, what y'all clinging on? So let me see.
So let's go.
No, don't be let's go, because I'm trying to tell you something. Y'all got to do something about this feces in the rain. Humans, I want y'all to step it up a notch.
We don't. At least it's not on us. At least it's not on us.
All right, so this might take me into the shipping and everything what's been going on with our feces and how it's not been able to have a place to land.
I need you to explain why you care, because I honestly do not care what happens to my feces when I.
The reason why I care what happens to the feces is because there are certain steaks and food that's being made with it. And certain people are consuming it in different products. And as a result of them consuming it in different products, there are illnesses that are just causing other diseases to mutate. And it's causing continuous sicknesses across the globe.
I just don't think that. Like, I just don't think it's that.
There are feces steaks and feces sausages that are being made.
And if people want to eat that,
they don't know that's what's happening. They don't know that's the kind of sausage
if that is
eating.
What the government is feeding us.
The government, you're buying it.
Not feces steak.
Yes,
like, they're not. First
yes,
of all,
they are.
I'm going to need to see a feces steak, and I'm going to need to see that, like, ASAP.
I'm going to show you where you can go to right over there for Flatbush.
No. Contaminated.
No, I'm going to show you the article. I will get the article. We will have the article posted up right about here. Right about now.
Yeah.
We'll post the
article. I don't think that's because we don't know where our
feces there's a lot
going.
of science.
I think that's just because they're disgusting and making steaks out of feces. That's just
happening. Yeah, but it's not
But
considered
that's
disgusting.
not because. But that's not because we don't know that.
No, people don't know that's the steaks they're buying.
Yeah, but that's a whole different problem than needing to know where your feces go when you eliminate.
No, you should know where your feces
For
go when you
what?
eliminate. Why? Because it's ending up somewhere. Your crap is ending up somewhere, and it matters where it ends up.
Why?
Why? Because
if it was on just regular Earth,
because when
it
it
would
washes
sit
back
there
up, no.
and it would deteriorate.
But the fact that it's not on regular Earth, because it's going through a pipeline, it's ending up somewhere else. And that flow chain, if you were just doing it into the Earth and was able to
So you think
cover
they're
it up, it's
collecting
different.
feces in a big truck and just like driving it like?
I know for a fact they are collecting feces in the big sewage tank and taking it. I know that for a fact they're carrying
That
feces.
is so true.
I know this
That's so
for
true.
a fact.
That's
They
so
are
true. That
carrying
was like a
feces
little-
around.
That was a little dumb.
Yes, and they're putting it on the train.
Yeah.
And they have train tracks that put it onto ships. And they have ships that give it to Alabama. I know that for a fact.
Okay,
and
then
Alabama
Alabama
refused
makes
to
feces
accept it.
steaks?
No, no, don't
Okay.
put that on Alabama. No. Don't put that on the ballot. Alabama, I did not say that at all. No, I did not. Covington, Alabama. Shout out to Covington, Alabama, where my ancestors flew through.
Sorry, Alabama.
We're not saying that about you, but I know you know, they did stop taking feces trucks. New York is giving around a lot of feces trucks. But yes, I think it's definitely important to know where your
with the
feces
amount
is
of people
going.
and how concentrated we are. If not taking away from the cities and away from where people are moving, where would you take it then?
Okay, so
Well, and then why does everyone need to know about it?
because one building with 5,000 people
Mm-hmm.
and the amount of poop that is coming into that sewage tank because so many people are home throughout the day, it is
Laura Hill said something about
causing
that.
about. What did she say about the poop?
She's not about the poop, but she said
'Cause we're
thinking
talking about
that
sick.
because we live in neighborhoods telling us what's going on will be all right. That is the problem because we literally there is a working of,
What is it?
and I'm gonna choose my words wisely, but certain things. Maybe that is a topic, but I just don't see the need. It's not a thing in my life. Like I don't see the need to know where my feces go.
I know. And should your feces end up on someone's head?
What would I do about it? I did not take it out of me and put it on your head.
This is why you need to know when it comes out of you where
But
it is going.
The person who has feces on their head is not doing an investigative study to figure out whose
So
was
let's
this
make it more
because I
simple.
gotta kill them.
No, it's not for each
So
individual
why do I
person.
need to
Listen,
know that? If
because-
all the feces are being collected, I don't
It's not good.
even care.
No, I know you don't.
Like-
And this is where everyone is. And this is why we have the water issues and the pipeline issues, because it's all about the pipelines. And people are not caring about the pipelines.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's your feces going in it or water going through it,
But
when you
those
don't care
are
about them, those
separate
can
issues.
no, they're not separate issues. Actually, the pipeline that handles the sewage is the same lines that control the water we're drinking.
Okay, so
this
then
is
that
important.
that is a totally. I still don't need to know where my feces are going.
Yes, you do, so you can make sure it don't come back up
I
to when
do
you drink
need
it.
to know that the pipes or whatever you're doing, because I don't even need to know where my water is coming from as long as I know that it is clean.
Right.
But I do not need, whether I know about it or not, I do not need drinking water coming from the same pipe is
All right. So this
my
is
elimination.
why, right.
But I don't need to know. These are ethical things that.
No, these are not ethical. These are things
This is
like
something
these are
that should be
practical.
morals.
These are things not practical. These are practical. When you poop, you should know what happened to what you did. That's just
It
that.
went in the toilet.
And where did that toilet come from?
It goes down like that.
It goes down to where?
It goes down.
To where? Where's
The-
your toilet going down
The
to?
abyss. That's it.
The abyss of what?
The abyss of the earth. That's
No,
it.
it is not going to get to
When
the abyss
I
of the
poop and flush that toilet, it's done. It's over. Goodbye.
It's never done and over.
It's done. And
And
it's
this
over.
is what's
And
happening.
shout out to sanitation for doing a good job
No,
of keeping me here.
Listen, and this is why it's so important to have such great people that work in sanitation, because these are the
We
people
trust
we trust you with their lives, trust you with their livelihood,
At this point, we
trust
trust
you
everything
everything.
with our lives.
trust every. Totally,
We-
totally. I mean,
Do-
not knowing where this water comes from,
I'm gonna throw
not
that. Do black
knowing
people
where
have
your
a choice
poops.
not to trust anything? You better
mean,
trust something.
seriously.
You better. I mean, to live as a black person without trust is just to live in torture.
Okay, but when are we only talking to black people? are
but I
about
like
black people.
I don't
like
know.
to
I'm
focus
turning
on
into
black people.
Amanda Seals.
You just,
I feel like everything is a black
oh,
and
yo,
white
you are
issue.
not mixed.
But I'm turning into Amanda
right, you're
Seals
black.
because I feel like this affects us.
What affects us? Sewage or not
Us not
caring?
being able to trust.
What is sewage?
That's
Okay.
That's how
Okay.
Amanda Seals be
Because
coming in on conversation. She be hot. She be like, I just don't understand. Nah, but
you need to know where your poop goes.
yeah.
Just as well as you need to know where your water comes from.
Knoet Dash. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be the first to know it.